to talk about what represents Taiwan's art. And well, we think art is very related to the culture, and religion is one of our part of our life. So we choose Temple Plaza to represent our art. Well, let's have our next presenter to tell you about our culture, our art.
Okay, hi, my name is Emily and I will be responsible for this part, and we will be talking about Ding Tao, which means leader of the parade in Taiwanese. And now we will divide into two groups and I will be responsible for folk dance and folk music. Okay, now first of all, when we talk about folk dance, there are usually we separate this into two parts. The first one is civil squad and the second one is military squad. And actually in the past, like almost all the other cultures, our ancestors usually are illiterate, like we don't read or write. So basically when we try to pass down the stories, we use dance, dramas and other methods to pass down the story. And like here we can see there are drums playing, and especially we can see this all over in Chinese New Year's. There's dragons and lions, they fly and do the old dances. And usually like when we talk about folk music, it's we can see the descriptions here. They are usually first one original pieces, and the second one they are simple routines. For example, like we're playing drums, they're usually a just to accompany the real the leading roles upstage. So they are not the leads, they are just accompanying them. So basically they're simple routines. And as for storytellings, as I said, usually like in the past they were illiterate. So by doing this music, dance and all the other drama playing, we can know the story from the past. And last but not least, we talk about costumes and habits. So now let's welcome the next students to talk about us.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeannie and my part will be the Tao leader of the parade, and my part is for facial painting and costume. And about the facial painting, there will be like this one, or that one. And the reason why we have facial painting, it is to show others that there are different characters and they have different facial painting, like there are animal that represent animal or some other characters in the traditional play. And it is the very beginning of the temple fair. It is called the open face, and this is the starting of the procession. And the facial painting represent the manner of the temple fair. And about the costume, there are like this kind of costume and that kind of costume and this. And this is all because there are different characters and they dress in different costume to represent they are in different group. So when they are god commanders, they will dress like that. Ooh! And if they are 8 inferno generals, they will dress like this. And so this is a little bit like role play, and this is to show the respect of the god and represent the spirit world in the temple fair. Yeah. And next will be the temple architecture.
Hi, I'm Abby. Before you go into a temple, this is the outside of the temple. There is pillar and beam, and the ridge of the roof, and lots of figures myth figure, I guess. And this is rich. I want to talk about this specifically because it is a sparrow tail, and it's common in Campo or the rich. So it means you are very powerful, and this is the inside of the temple. You may feel you are talking to a god or spectacular decoration. And I want to talk about the canon. A temple in our country, they don't have use any nails. They only use canon to structure the temple. It's very is a masterpiece in art. And about the statue, in Western world we call them God, but in Chinese we call them Joes. And before you sculpture a statue, you have to do three things. First, you have to pick a lucky day and hold a carving ceremony. And second, invite the spirit into the statue. And third, hold another dedication ceremony to make the people to worship them. And it's the stone lion. Lion in Chinese translates into 狮, and it's similar to thing, and which is in Chinese is 是. So, for example, if there's money, and it means you will be very rich and make a lot of fortune, and you can stop there. And next is dragon. It may go. And colorful figure you can see on the ridge of the temple. So next is painting.
When you walk into the temple, and you can see lots of painting. You can see the painting in the windows, or in the staircase, or in the walls. But today I want to introduce the painting in the door. And this is kind of special, the painting in door. The painting in the door is called the door god. And you can see the picture. One is more kind, like this, and the one is some kind like more serious. And they are meant to protect all the temple and all the country. And yes, you see that? This is more friendly, and this is more serious. So does this picture. And this, they are called the God in the door. And next, I want to introduce is carving. You can see the carving in the window, and this is kind of octagon. And I want to introduce it. In this picture, you can see dragon, and you can also see the bats. Why like that? Because in bat, the Chinese call fu, and the fu is mean blessing. And after you know the structure or the painting in the temple, you may know the offering in the temple. So let me introduce Linda and Rita to show the offering.
Hi, I'm Rita.
I'm Linda. And we're going to talk about the offerings. When you go to a temple to worship God, there are some of the food you must bring. And first one is sanshen. Sanshen means 3 kinds of livestock, and they are pork, fish, and chicken.
Pork is an animal that lives on the lake. Fish swims in the ocean, and chicken can fly a short period in the sky. So that means that That means to worship God the whole world is the biggest respect. And
next is 四果. 四果 is 4 kinds of fruits, and they are banana, plum, pear, and pineapple.
and bananas, Chinese is 香蕉, and the pronunciation is close to 蕉 and plum. 李子, the pronunciation is close to 米, and the pear, 梨子,白, and pineapple, 凤梨, is in Taiwanese only, and the fruit was from the sentence that 招你来往 means to bring your fortune and happiness.
So, if you go to a temple, you must bring 三生 and 四果. But if you like, you can also bring other kinds of food. And next is some of the Taiwanese also take other kinds of food as the offering because of their good meaning pronunciation, like peach. And peach in Chinese is called 桃子, and 桃 in another Chinese word means coming away. So some of the people will take it as the offerings in hope that we can keep away from bad luck or to run away from the evil things.
And next is steamed sponge cake. It calls Bagao, and the English meaning is fortune. If people that want to make a fortune or to hit a jackpot, they will worship this to God. And next is scholars. So, and the English means smart. So when students approach to the big exam, that would usually use this to worship God. But there's also many offerings that we can bring to the temple, and we use the three most representative one.
And why we choose the offer to introduce the offerings is because Taiwanese will use this kind of fruits as offering because of their good meaning pronunciation, and so we think it is kind of an art of word. Yeah. Let's welcome Mia to give us a summary.
Hi, it's me again. Well, as you can see, we have developed different dimension art out of our religion, and in order to show our respect, we have some sculpture and beautiful architecture, and to worship we have create dances and paintings, and to show our connection with God we also have food. Well, although it seems to be a little bit wide and a little bit complicated to show the art that we wanted to represent, but isn't that how art is? Well, and this is what we think of art. So